We're now ready to move ahead to the self-assessment review. This will allow you to go over your responses to the questions that were asked in the self-assessment, and as we said earlier, this is another important and very valuable step in the learning process. As you review each question in the video, look over your responses and then compare them with the suggested answers. Take time, pause the video, make modifications, make changes as you need, make corrections, and add notes to your responses as you go along. Embellish your answers.
And now here's your answer key. Number one, what is narration? Narration is a form of storytelling. It's providing a description or account of something. And narration usually presents events in the order in which they've occurred. So that's narration. Number two, at what point in the writing process should the writer decide in the order in which things will be presented? The answer to that is the writer should decide the order of presentation before the actual writing process begins. You don't just start writing and then say, oops, you take a look at the roadmap first and know where you're going. So you decide the order of presentation first. Number three, what is meant when we talk about presenting things in chronological order? The answer, chronological order is the form of coherence in which events are presented in the same sequence in which they've taken place, from first to last. Chronology means the sequential order in which the events have occurred. Number four, why is chronology important to effective narration? Chronology is essential to effective narration because it is the best means the writer has to present the events of the story in a logical time order of progression. It moves from the beginning to the end of the narrative in an orderly fashion. Number five, why are details essential for creating the most vivid narration? The answer is details are the most effective means of creating a vivid and realistic picture in the reader's mind. The more specific and detailed the writing is, the more vivid the image it will create for the reading audience. And number six, what is meant by the pace of the story? Pace is the rate of speed at which the story moves along. Good writing moves along quickly and does not become bogged down with superfluous or irrelevant material. When a story moves along at an effective pace, it retains the interest of the reading audience.
Now, as you look back on your responses for the self-assessment, take a moment to consider the quality of your answers. Are you satisfied with them? Did your responses coincide with the suggested answers? Were you close to what the suggested answers were? If some of your responses weren't as strong as you want them to be, you might take a moment now to review the material covering those parts of the lesson. So you could actually go back in the lesson and take a moment and look at the information again. Now that we've completed the self-assessment portion of the lesson, it's time to move ahead onto the character topic. To do that now, simply click on the link to the video titled Character Topic.